Buckle up, buttercups. We are in for a doozy of a tutorial. Hi guys, I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to another tutorial. This one's going to be a doozy. I think it's going to work. I say this for every video, I feel like. So yeah, we're gonna create an installation, a floating installation on my door. And as you can see, we're already getting the setup. So we're gonna make a floating installation using none other than chicken wire as our mechanics. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. And we also have a fun little announcement in the mix of this. So let's do it. Okay, so I've already created my armature of sorts. And I basically just took some chicken wire, smushed it all together. I am going to be building this directly onto my door. Now, you can also use command hooks, nails, screws, whatever you're going to use for it, but I have a metal door, so I use magnets with little hooks on it. It's gonna be perfect for a wall. Depending on if I want it to be a permanent installation, I would probably use a nail or a screw. If it's something that needs to be removed, command hooks usually work pretty dang well, for the most part. So the fun announcement, I won't make you wait through the whole video, let's do it now. We've launched some new flowers. And I'm not gonna show you all the new flowers. You gotta go over to ohyourlovely.com to go check them out, depending on when you're watching this video. If you're watching it when it goes live, the new flowers have arrived. If you are watching this in the way, way, way future, they're no longer new, and some may have already been retired, because that's kind of what goes on. 150 plus style flowers, like wood flowers. We're always bringing new ones in and taking out old ones and so on and so forth. Now we got some big gals that I'm really excited about. So let me introduce you to the Duchess Peony. This is the largest size that we offer. She is in multiple different sizes, and this is a luxe flower. And then we have Sugar Baker Rose. And she is not a luxe flower, but she sure looks like a luxe flower. So we're gonna play with these big guys. We're going to use holy powder to dye them. Here's the color story we've got going. I already have a whole bunch already done. Very like light and fluffy. Fluffy! Oh my gosh, isn't that so much fun? And then we might throw in some other smaller wood flowers. We're just gonna see how that fills in. I don't know how well it's gonna fill in. So let's just play with the holy powder real quick so we can get these two ready to go. And then we'll break down all of the massive amount of greenery that we probably are gonna need to use. Bearing holy powder. Now the holy powder is spelled H-O-L-I, powder, like powder your nose, powder. It usually comes in like, also like the Fun Run colors, things like that. Similar type of product, so you can use those. I can't remember the name of the brand, but I know that it's linked to our Amazon store, and that's somewhere down below too. We get a very small commission if you order something from there, just so you know. I'm pretty sure it's still available, the kind that I use. Lots of different colors, but I tend to be using oranges, yellows, pinks, peaches, sometimes purple, every once in a while green, like you've seen in previous videos. And you can get it in all those colors. What you're gonna want is some sort of fluffy brush. I get cheap makeup brushes for this. I like fancy ones just because it makes me feel fancy while I'm working on it. I get these at like the Dollar General usually, or Five Below or something like that. Doesn't need to be like a legit type of makeup brush because it's just being used for this kind of powder. And like I said, it usually comes in bags, so I put it in a container that I can put a top on and store it away. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit and I'm going to tap it, all the excess off. And for the Sugar Baker in particular, I really like the center to be. We're just gonna swirl it around. I'm just gonna be fluffing off of extra, so do this in a place that you don't mind getting a little bit of of powder, and then I go in and I just blow off the excess. Go in again. There we go. So there's our yellow. And I think we're gonna do a two-toned. So I'm gonna start with the pink. Now the pink is blinding. The pink is pinkin'. It is Barbie pink for sure. And I'm just gonna dust it lightly. And this rose is fun because it's got like open and closed petals. So I'm gonna make sure my pink is getting on some of the open petals as well. And then I don't seal these. I've had luck, really good luck over the years doing this, and nothing comes off. You can also spritz down a little bit of water and it'll create a little bit more of a connection onto it. And then once it dries, it stays in place, but we're not doing that. Oh, another reason why I love using the holy powder is there's no dry time. Once you're done, you're done. I think you're good to go. So I'm gonna layer colors. So here's our pink. Now I'm going in with like it's kind of a peachy or a corally kind of color, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I'll show you what it looks like. It like looks different on the flower than what it is in the container. So in the container, it's very like, yeah, kind of corally. And then we just layer it on top and it just adds a little bit more dimension. Okay, so then, let's see, what colors do I already have for this? Yeah, oh, that's a pretty, maybe we'll go, I'll show you just the coral. We're gonna do another one like this where it's like super light pink. So I just use that coral color, not the hot pink one, but the coral one. And again, so there's a decent amount of dust or fluff kind of that happens at first. And it depends on the brush too. Like this one's a real fluffy brush. I feel like the yellow one is a little bit more of a compact brush. You can also use smaller brushes. When we're talking about a flower this large and in charge, using a tiny little, I don't have an example, like an eye brush or a, what's the word? Not eye blush, eyeshadow. There it is. An eyeshadow brush, you know, you're gonna have a little bit more concise to it, but you're also gonna need to work on it a little bit more. This has a good spread, it's got good coverage. And there it is. That's all there is to it. We're done. So now, let's talk greenery, shall we? Okay, so I might use some of this. This was some of the leftovers from the piece we worked on for Maggie's mom. Possibly, we'll see. But then greenery wise, I really wanted to focus on a lot of eucalyptus. So I've got our basics line eucalyptus. I've got our individually stemmed eucalyptus. Some more of our, seeded basics. This was like a fancier eucalyptus we had at one point. I don't think that that's still in stock. Then I've got the clematis. I had a leftover piece from Maggie's mom's piece. This is, I can't remember the name of this one. This one I don't believe is any longer available, but I also have it in a, why can I not think of any words today? A garland. I also have it in a garland, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it off in pieces. So that's what we're gonna start with as our base to kind of get some flow going, get a good spread going, fill it in, and then hopefully this is all the greenery we need. You never know. You really never know. To the door we shall go. I'm a little nervous, just like everything else. And I'm gonna make a big mess doing this. This is a little bit of a different setup than what I normally have. I think it's gonna work. The more stuff that gets put in, the more stuff that will stay in place. So if that happens, just pick it back up, put it back in. And next I'm gonna be adding in our seeded eucalyptus. I'm using 2 full stems, and then we're gonna be sliding up that greenery, because this one you can. So we're gonna kinda, I'm not gonna bunch it all the way up, but you could. It'll just create like little, cute little bundles. Maybe we'll do a couple like that. These are really easy to slide up. I say that and then watch, it'll be hard all of a sudden. But yes, 2 full stems of this. Slide these all up, and we'll get them into the arrangement. Kind of debating this one, when I cut the stem, it is like on a stem of a stem. I think we're gonna keep that as a big bunch, and we'll put that right up at the top. Now I have this one, and the way that this one was built was, it's like 4 individual that all like come back together in nice like wrapped up pieces. I'm just gonna separate them, and we'll keep them in those bunches. Feeling slightly more confident now. I don't know that we need this other piece of eucalyptus, so I'm not gonna use it right now. I do want the clematis though to kind of trail off the top and somewhere in there, so we're gonna cut this down real quick. So the only thing I'm having issues with is the bottom piece, just a little bit. I think what we're gonna do though is, when you have a wire and it goes through, fold it around some of the chicken wire so that you have a little extra stability. Another win for using artificial, because it's gonna have, I gotta sneeze again. Oh, it's going to have wires on it, so you can use the wires to your advantage. I think though, I'm gonna wait to put in any of the silk flowers. We're gonna put the wood flowers in first. So let's do that, and then we'll fill in any holes that we feel like, either with some more wood flowers or with some silk flowers. I just realized I'm talking to you off camera. That's so professional. Again, just a moment for the, oh, how pretty. I will not cry at the beauty that is before me. Gosh, this is so pretty. I don't know that I can ever put a wreath on my door now. This has to stay on forever and ever and ever. Can you imagine like a Christmas one? Oh my gosh. My front door is also magnetic, you guys. Oh my gosh. My holiday door is going to be off. Do the kids still say off the chain? Probably not. It's just gonna be amazing. Holy holly jolly. And Halloween! Oh my, oh my, oh my goodness. Compose yourself. You need to calm down. I'm just laying those in there. Again, this is indoors, so I don't really have to worry about like wind and moving stuff and all that jazz, but all right, I am gonna grab a couple flowers because I have a couple holes here, but let me give you a different view so you can kind of see what we're working with. Here are the other flowers that I have that I think play really well with that color story. I don't know that I'm gonna use the purple one, so I like just those little pops of purple there, so I think we're gonna just do some of the yellow and peach flowers. Just a couple. We're gonna start with just these guys and see what we think. I keep trying to use this in all of my projects lately. I have this lovely greenery that I got at the thrift store a while ago. Oh, I also lost the one nail that I thought I was gonna lose. Down 2 nails on one hand. Maybe he has tips on how to do your own nails. Send them my way. I'm bougie on a budget lately, you guys. I want my nails done, but I can't keep doing the every 3-week appointment. I'm trying to do it on my own. So far, it's not going as swimmingly as I had hoped. Okay. Oh, side conversation. Back to this flower piece. I'm just gonna. For this one, he's got like a little guy hanging off the edge. I'm sure there was a flower there at one point that I cut off, so we're gonna. You guys, look, we did it. We did it together. Good job. A++, all the gold stars. Oh. And then you just I'm in love. This is so much fun. Just a little bit of chicken wire. Yes, some of the flowers will fall out. It's okay. You can definitely secure them a little bit better than I did during the whole process, just by flipping the wires around a piece of the chicken wire, and then it's holding in place. And it's also kind of portable. Like once it's done, you can take it apart and reuse all of that greenery and flowers for something else if you want to. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a Halloween type of installation I'm going to be doing for myself personally. If you guys want that as a tutorial, let me know. I could probably make that happen for you, as well as Christmas. Oh my gosh, can you imagine like a whole, and this one, I lost a little bit of the shape. I was hoping for a little bit more of a swooping kind of organic, but for my first time doing that, I ain't mad. I've learned a lot by doing this. And now I want to put floral swag installation floating pieces on every surface that I can think of. Maybe even on, like, wrap some chicken wire around one of the poles on my like my bookcases or something. Something to think about. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a ton of fun. It is just so stinking pretty. I can't stop looking at her. I just can't. I can promise you with 100% certainty, if I was getting married tomorrow, that would be my color story. Hands down, without a doubt. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, enough of me gushing. Let's do the YouTube-y things, shall we? And we'll wrap this up for the day. If you're loving this channel, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style Sola wood flowers, including the brand new extra long, extra large flowers. There's also smaller sizes of all of the extra large ones too. So that was Duchess's Peony and Sugar Baker Rose, which TikTok actually named the Sugar Baker Rose. So you can also join us over there on TikTok if you ever wanna maybe be the one that gets to name a flower for us. Anywhoosies, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Ring the bell. Oh, to find out about the 150 style Sola wood flowers I was just talking about, along with craft supplies and greenery, go to ohyourlovely.com. But before you scoot, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, you guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm just so tickled pink with how this turned out. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and I will see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.